forest. Still on agricultural uses of land, land can be used for game reserves or wildlife conservation. So, what is wildlife? This has to do with animals and birds found in the bush. So wildlife are conserved where? In game reserves. So these wild animals and birds that are found in the bush are conserved in game reserves, and lands that are not usually suitable for agriculture and forestry are usually used for game reserves. Now, what is a game reserve? A game reserve is a place where wild animals are conserved to avoid extinction while they are carefully and wisely exploited. They will be exploited, but carefully and wisely. So game reserves are where wild animals are kept or conserved in order to avoid extinction. And here we're going to look at the term called poaching. What is poaching? This has to do with the indiscriminate killing of animals, wild animals, in a game reserve, and this should be prohibited. Poaching should be prohibited in order to avoid extinction of some of our wild animals. Also, forest fires and fishing with chemicals should also be avoided in order to preserve wildlife. Examples of some game reserves in Nigeria: we have the Yankari Game Reserve, which is located in Bauchi. We have the Bogu Game Reserve, which is located in Niger State, the Kainji National Park, which is located in Kogi State, and we have the Zuguman Game Reserve, which is located in Niger State. So we've dealt with the agricultural uses of land for agricultural purposes. Now let's look at the non-agricultural uses of land, which is for non-agricultural purposes. Now, land can be used for construction of industries. Said one of the major demands of land is not just only for agricultural purposes, even for industries as well. So land can be used for construction of industries. It can be used for construction of residential buildings for human habitation. It can also be used, or mining of mineral resources also take place in land. This is done in land. Mineral resources like coal, gold, etc. are gotten from land. It can also be used for construction of sports centers. These sports centers are like stadiums, race courses, golf courses, to mention a few. So land is also used for the construction of sports centers. It's also used for recreational purposes. For example, parks where you can go have some fun, for example. So it's used for recreational purposes as well. It can also be used for the construction of markets where buying and selling takes place. So land is also used for the construction of markets. It can also be used for the construction of religious places as a place of worship, either churches, mosques, or shrines. So land can be used